Yo, 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 welcome on into Unsportsmanlike Conduct, episode number 71. 71, well, that was supposed to happen last week, but everything went to shit last week. But here we are, and obviously we're going to talk about football. This is a football episode. The most wonderful time of the year, Timmy, like you said yesterday. What's going on, my friend? We actually kicked this off yesterday, the football stuff, with a New York Football Giants podcast yesterday.
If you're a Giants fan, go back and watch that because that was a good show we had yesterday. I'm just fucking excited, man. I'm just so happy to be talking football again. No offense to baseball, but when it's just baseball, it's like I can't deal with it.
We need choices.
You got to have options. See, now that football's back, I get more pumped up for October baseball now. So it's like it's like one of those things. You need one with the other.
And a nice thing about you guys, and I like this as well. You guys swept the Astros over the weekend.
Thank goodness.
That was nice. But what the hell, man? Altuve hit a home run in 4 straight innings. The 9th inning of the one game, and then what?
Yeah, the drum
garbage
circle.
Cans again.
Yeah, the drum circle. The dun was in full effect.
All right. Just a really quick story here before we get started and roll our opening. Almost had an issue where we had to be delayed today. So I'm here getting ready, set up, and everything. And then my wife texts me saying, Jacob, my 3-year-old, was jumping on the bed and she heard a crack.
Oh God!
Was not the child. Okay, not the kid. However, I go upstairs and my side of the bed is slumped in. so I run over, grab some screws. I got enough time, put a little wood on there, got it in there. And, there was once upon a time an episode where we heard a lot of bangs near Timmy's. Gunshots, fireworks, still up for dispute. If there's a loud bang, that is my wife making a crash landing.
Fall rolling off the bed.
Great. All right. So that being said, we're going to go through and we did this exercise a few months back, but now we got final rosters. We're going to do quick over-unders for each team. Then we're going to go through our predictions for the season, division winners, wild card, award winners. And then we'll go through week 1 picks, the world famous picks.
I'm excited.
So that happens right on the opposite end of this illustrious video.
Love it. Love it.
All right, back on in here. We're going to talk a little bit about football, a lot about football. First, real quick, very, very happy birthday going out to not only my now 12-year-old son, last year as a teenager, but also to my mom. Happy birthday as well.
Oh, happy birthday.
We land on the same day, and that. What I mean, give you one guess what my gift to her was 12 years ago. Grandson, it funny. We had plans made that day to go take her out to dinner for the birthday or have dinner. And 5 a.m. Nope. I was telling my son today, you started knocking on the door. We had to go.
5 a.m.
Yes. 5 a.m. is, yep. That was a day. All right. Again, happy birthday and love you guys. And let's get on to some football. Another love of mine. So,
One of your
all right.
first
So,
loves.
my, Shh. um, all right. Thank you, Raul, for joining in. Gorilla Glue. I might have missed what that's in reference to.
Your broken bed.
Oh, okay. Yes. Well, there it is. Forgot about that already. So we'll see how it works if we end up on the floor or not. All right, so let's do this first. We'll head into um, the over unders for each of the teams here, and that's what we'll kind of go forward with. Let's get a little bit of little music just to intro this.
Do it.
Ah, yes, sir.
Welcome
Yes, sir.
to
Yes, sir.
a humid-filled Meadowlands.
Holy shit, it's hot out there.
It is fucking, dude, it is insane up here.
This is what I was telling you about. Remember last week? My sister had said like next week it's gonna get really hot, and I didn't know how. I mean, you guys been warmer than here.
94 today. 94 is just disgusting humidity.
Awful.
That disgusting New York humidity. Horrible.
Yep. Yes, that is it. All right, let's get into over unders. And some of these will go quick. Some of them, I'm a little not sold on just yet. And some of the numbers are, 8.5, and you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
All right. So if we'll go, I'm just going in order of however FanDuel had it. So we're gonna go first off is the Cardinals at 4.5, right?
Under. I'm actually going to
Yeah.
say under.
I absolutely think so. Look what they did. They trade Simmons for a 7th rounder. Jeez.
Kyler Murray is overrated, and they finally figured that out. Plus, he's already broke.
He's mentally, physically, everything.
He's taking. That's a guy that needs to be traded to have another shot at.
Yeah.
That's
a new scenery guy, right?
Yeah,
Like
he's a new scenery guy.
And they've already shown that they have zero interest in attempting to do anything this year.
No.
All right, here's a tough one because we don't know exactly what to expect. Well, with most of these teams, we don't. But when they hit you with that 8.5, it's like damn. And this is the Falcons.
I'm going to say over. I think the Falcons are going to be surprising this year. I think Pitts is going to have a good year. What's his name? Drake London. They got Bijan Robinson, who was supposed to be the one, a huge explosive rookie. I don't think they're going to go way over 8. Probably 9, maybe around 9.
Yeah.
So yeah,
this is when you sweat out. You sweat this out until
I'm going to say 9
seconds of the game. Okay. All right. So you're going to go over. I'm going to go slightly under. I think they're going to teeter somewhere between 7 and 9 wins, but Raul says under for Atlanta. All right. Interesting next couple if you think about what's gone on over the offseason. And we could knock out 2 birds, 1 stone here, and one is a bird. Yeah. So Ravens and the Bills are both 10.5.
Over. Both.
Over for both?
10.5. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna go over for both.
I'm toying with that too. I don't see how Buffalo doesn't get to 11. And I think the Ravens might. The Ravens have been a regular season team before. Big win totals, and they got wide receiver help.
They should be good.
Jones down in Baltimore finally got some wide receiver help, so they should be good. I'm going to go over for both also. Next up, the Panthers at 7.5. I'm going to go under, but slightly. These things kill me. These I don't bet on.
The halves are ridiculous.
Not often.
Yeah,
but even with these guys, with these teams that are like,
I want to go under.
Close. Under for the Panthers. I'm also going under. Next up, the Bears, same 7.5. I am going under.
Under. Yeah, one guy has the Bears winning the Super Bowl. I wanted to write his name down and I forgot who it was. I don't think he
There's
was from Chicago. I was like, are you kidding me? Like the Bears over the Jets, I think he had. I was like, hey, fucking, this is the worst Super Bowl ever.
oh no. There's a worse Super Bowl that somebody from our staff picked.
Oh yeah, I know. I can imagine what that's gonna be.
No, somebody picked a what would be the lowest rated Super Bowl
The Eagles
for a
Jets
while.
one.
No. People will watch that just to see one of them get buried. All right, so Ravens under said. Raul. Oh, maybe he changed his mind. Hold it. Ravens under over Bills, over Panthers under Chicago. All right, next up the Bengals. And by the way, I've seen as I was looking through to see what names were being thrown around for awards. I saw a couple of people having Justin Fields as the MVP.
Which is
Now,
baffling to me.
yeah. Now, from a fantasy perspective, he finished like in his last 8 games, he finished top 5 as a fantasy quarterback. But he threw. I think I heard on some podcast I was listening to. He threw for a league low 330 times or something like that, and they were behind so often. They're like, why wasn't he throwing more? And then Tom Brady, I think, threw 730 times. So it was like 400 times, pass. All right, Bengals 11.5
Over, baby.
going over.
Bengals are my pick.
Bengals. We beat. All right, okay, now we're gonna get into some really nice, interesting ones. Juicy guys here. All right, the Browns at 9.5.
Under.
I'm going under also, but if they finish 9-8, they're vying for something. All right, the Cowboys of Dallas 9.5.
I hate to say it, but I'm gonna have to go over slightly,
Like 10.
like 10.
10. But you know what? That's another good regular season team that
Shoots the bed
Cinderella
in the
shits
playoffs.
the bed. Shits the bed. All right, here we go. Broncos country. Let's ride. 8.5.
Ooh, that sounds right about right there.
Mm-hmm.
Why would the half? Why couldn't you just tell us 8?
Because then there's too many pushes. You got to go above or below. It's all
Yeah,
these are
I would.
all
I would
all halves.
never. I would never bet this. um, I'm gonna say under.
Okay,
Like,
we
Sean
agree on
Payton's a
that.
good coach. He's gonna bring them back, but Russell Wilson is done.
Somebody on our staff has him for comeback player of the year,
Yeah, I'm sure he does. I picked that.
and not the obvious one, not the obvious person. Um, all right, here's another one of your teams. I'm gonna let you hit this one first. The the Lions nine
Yeah,
and a
baby.
half
Over. We're talking
over.
division-winning Lions, baby. No wild card this year.
So look, I was. You've been talking up the line, not just you. I mean, there's a lot of people talking up the Lions, and I got the other side of the coin today, and it was that, and Raul's going over for Detroit. The other side of the coin was that they won X amount of games where it was like 3 points or less, so there's some luck involved, and they were 5-1 in the division. First of all, didn't know that. Second of all, they mentioned a little regression. I want to believe in the Lions. I do, but I'm going to go under.
Okay.
That doesn't mean they're not 9-8 and trying for a wild card, or depending on what happens with that division.
I got them winning the division
I
this
don't
year,
know.
baby.
All right, here's a popular pick for people, and I guess it's just blind faith in Jordan Love, but there's a lot of love for the Packers. And right now their over under sits at 7.5. But I've seen a lot of people picking them to win the division. And I'm like,
I'm gonna go over. Over it. I too. I don't think. Look, their defense is solid,
yes,
and Jordan Love. Rogers didn't mix with these young kids, but Jordan Love probably will because he's young too.
yeah.
I think he's gonna be okay.
And Rogers didn't light it up there last year, so
No.
it's not like it would be a huge, massive drop off
Plus,
if you
we
get a
all know he
mediocre
wanted
play out of
out.
Love.
Yeah, he wanted out. It was all a distraction. But Love is now for he's in. That's his team now. I think they'll be okay. Do I
All
have?
right, so I have over for them also. Uh, Raul says under for Green Bay, but barely. So he's got him 7-10. I'm guessing, which is right in the realm of possibility. You don't know what's going to happen. That's
Yeah,
the thing about this
it's all up
the
to
Packers team.
Love.
The defense is fine. The running game is fine. The receiving core is fine. I think they would have even been better off if Rodgers decided not to just kind of quit on them and not
Yeah,
try
you
to build
basically
relationships with
shun
them.
them. Like
Yeah,
you shunned your receivers for the first half of the season, and then you're like,
but
oh wait, these guys can actually catch. Let's try to make a run, idiots.
idiots.
And then the Lions said, I don't think so. Shut them down.
Exactly. Shut them down. That was awesome. And then but now it's in front of the cameras. Hey, want to go to lunch on me?
See, just for the thing about the Lions too, they got rid of, everyone's like, oh my god, they got rid of what's his name, Swift. They got rid of
Swift.
Swift. Oh my
Well,
god.
actually, they got rid of both of them.
Yeah,
Both
but
of the running backs.
Jameer Gibbs is no joke.
No.
He is
What
no
they
joke. That's why I don't think they really regressed as far as that goes.
agreed. And Swift goes. He goes to the Eagles. So screw him. I used to like him.
Everybody wants
Uh,
the Eagles to sign Jonathan Taylor, so they have Taylor Swift in the backfield. I heard that joke. I was like, "Fuck, it's gonna happen."
Don't let it happen. All right. So we're both gonna go over on the Packers at 7.5. Next up, the Texans at 6.5.
Under,
Yep.
barely, but under.
I'm gonna go under the next two, including this one. Next up is the Colts, same 6.5.
Under.
Yep.
But I like their quarterback though, but he's got nobody to play with. Taylor
Oh,
doesn't want to be there anymore, so it's like
yeah.
they're and Ursay, Ursay's a prick, and he's just like, I'm never trading Taylor, I'm never trading him. So you don't have a running back this year now.
Stupid. But what are you doing? And you got a rookie quarterback. You got who the hell's their running back right now?
Who's their
all
receivers?
these.
Name one of
I
their
don't know.
receivers. I don't know who the hell's on the receiving team. I have no idea. We took their best receiver. The
That's
Giants
us.
did.
Yes, we did. The other guy that I wanted to mention, I forgot. For that left the Lions, the running back, the touchdown vulture, Williams, one of the Williams, Jamal. He went to the Saints. Jamal.
Yeah.
That I had Taylor. You made me say Taylor Swift, you bastard.
You had Taylor Swift.
I said I had Swift a few years ago, and in a PPR league, he catches a lot, but he would make it inside the 10, and here comes the vulture. Scored 17 touchdowns, I think, last year. All right, next up, the Jags, potentially the default winner of that division, maybe. In 9.5 is their over under.
Over. I think they run away with that division too.
I'm gonna go over also, but yes, I don't know. I don't know if it's too far over. All right, the Chiefs. So we don't know what's happening with Kelsey. We know his ACL is intact. There's some swelling. His brother was on some talk show, and he said, swelling. If the swelling goes down enough, by tomorrow he's playing.
Dude, he hyperextended his knee. I hyperextend my knee. I'm out 6 months. This dude's gonna play Thursday. You fucking kidding me?
Oh my God! One big, massive sigh of relief from Kelsey fantasy owners because first of all you got the text about it, then you saw it and it was no contact, and that usually means something snapped. Not much not much hope there. But um, something that plays into Kelsey and moving forward, he's played in a full season's worth, and Mahomes also nearly. He's played in a full season's worth of playoff games, 18 playoff games he's been in.
Mhm.
So that just compounds the issue. And I mentioned this to go into the Chiefs over under of 11.5.
Over. I think they're 13, 14 win team this year.
Agreed. All right.
They
Here's a
get
team.
upset though, so get ready for my picks.
It might be, especially now, and it also might be, with Chris Jones is holding out still. I don't think that's going to get done. Bosa got done, but
Mostly got
and
done all
then
right.
5 for 170. But they said it actually transpired really quick this morning, so it might be the same with Jones. He said he'll be ready to play. He said if we come to an agreement, he's like, "Oh, I'm just asking for a raise." Did you hear that?
Yeah, just a small raise, just a few million.
That's how he tailed off his interview. I'm just asking for a raise.
It's a great quote.
All right. Raul says, just catch up with him. Under Texans, under Colts, over Jags, over KC. All right. Next up, the Raiders, 6.5. I toyed with the idea of them potentially figuring something out, but now I'm going under.
I'm gonna go over, very slightly over.
Completely reverse course on that one.
Yeah, very slightly over. I'm gonna say.
All right, and here's a team next that is, I don't know, that got much love on the site as far as potential playoff teams, and that's the Chargers at 9.5. You think that the love is not happening because of the Chargers
Because they're the Chargers.
being the Chargers? Okay,
Yeah,
that's
and
just
I'm actually
it.
I'm gonna say under. I think this is the year they finally fall apart and they start selling off pieces.
Okay,
Except for Herbert,
yeah,
Eckler, Keenan Allen. All those guys are gonna be like, listen, I can't do this anymore. I got to win a Super Bowl.
I can't
Send
be
me-
a Charger.
Yeah, send me
I'm
send
never
me
gonna
someplace. Send me someplace, please.
Raul's maybe a little homer in him, a little over for Vegas. Over for Vegas there,
Little over.
but barely. He said barely.
Yeah, that's what I like.
All right, I'm gonna go slightly over for the Chargers. Raul over barely for the Chargers. Yeah, I'm gonna go 10-7 for them. But I know that's the whole reason. It's their reputation. It's not good.
Yeah.
It's not a good reputation.
Yeah, they might come out, be 10-0. You never know, but it's just the way they are. They can be 10-0. They can be 0-10. It's just that's just who they are.
Mm-hmm. Or one of their specialties is like rip off 6 straight and then lose 7 in a row.
Yeah, beat every team with over 500 and lose every team under 500.
Yeah,
and lose
by 2 points.
Listen, I keep saying this and talking about Madden. The Chargers are the team that I take and I sell off all their pieces, all of them, for every team's number 1 pick, and then I draft and I try to build a new team up. I moved them to Ireland or London or something. And I completely dissolved the Chargers permanently. You never even hear from them again.
Oh, the fans out there, they don't support those guys.
That's why I trade Herbert, Eckler, Keenan, all of them, and you'll be surprised what these idiot teams in Madden offer you for these guys. I'll give you 8 number 1s. Okay, thanks.
Sure, if you must.
So yeah, they're my move to another country team and try to build them from the bottom up, and it works.
Now that you're talking through that and doing trades, I was listening to Bill Simmons and he had his cousin Sal on, and Bill Simmons stops at the they're talking about the Cowboys over under, and he's like, "Can I ask you a question? Who were the Cowboys bidding against for Trey Lance?" And there was silence, and he was like, "Why'd you give him a 4? You could have gotten away with a 7 or something like that." Because obviously they just gave up on him, and just here you go. They were like they went with Brock, so he's out there. But
yeah, I picture Jerry Jones like, give him a 4. Well, we probably offer him a 7. No, just give him a 4, and I want it done.
Get it done. Get it done.
The Giants called Arizona like, "We'll give you a," and they're like, "Take it." And we didn't see what he said. I don't care.
We'll take it.
Just take it.
All right. Next up, we'll stick in the city. The Rams. Cooper Kupp is out officially for Week 1. That's number 1. Number 2, he's been in Minneapolis for a few days, seeing a specialist about his hamstring problems, and it does not seem like a good scenario there at all for Cooper Kupp. And they are talking about putting him on IR. If you put a player on, can you do 4 games after you start the season?
Isn't it 4? No, I don't know how it is.
It's 4 and okay.
That was confusing me.
So if because they are talking about it, and they should do is just do it now, if that's what they're thinking. So you don't lose them this week and then 4 games for the IR. But I guess we'll see. But the Rams over under right now is 6.5. And if you don't have Kupp,
and Stafford's still recovering,
you got Van Jefferson is going to be your number 1, and then you got Akers back there, who has been really shitty and also pretty good. So you don't know which of them he's going to take.
Might be their primary weapon now that you don't have Kupp. So
yep,
fantasy wise, maybe you want to pick up Cam Akers.
I have him somewhere.
I have him too somewhere. Fuck, 6. See 6.
6.5. I'm gonna go under. I can see 6 and 11. If there's no Kupp, I can see 4 and 13.
All right, I'll go under.
All right. Go under. Raul says under as well. All right, here's one, and this kind of just is based off of if you believe they're going to be healthy or not, or one guy in particular is going to be healthy, and that's the Dolphins at 9.5.
9.5.
I am going to go under.
I like them right around 9. So I'm going to have to go under. I don't know if I'm giving them a 10.
What do you think is the percentage that Tua stays healthy? He learned how to fall.
Yeah, so what?
Jiu-jitsu. He learned how to fall.
Every wrestler knows how to fall. It doesn't make you they're not going to get hurt.
That's what the Dolphins are preaching. That's it. He went to do this jiu-jitsu stuff, learned how to fall. So now he's going to fall on his arm or break that.
I'm going to say under.
Under. Okay. That's what
I can't go over. I don't want to go over. So I got to say under.
No Dolphins. I mean, Raul also said under for Miami. A couple more interesting ones coming up. You got the Vikings at 8.5. Under. They're the team that won. What was it? 11 or 12 games that were decided by 3 points or less. So it's got to swing.
Their
right?
defense is shit. It is.
Awful.
It's shit.
That's why it's just offense.
You're gonna have Cousins and Jefferson lighting it up, but you can got nobody to stop anybody else.
Yep.
So,
they have everything that you can possibly want on the offensive side. Hawkinson, Madison, a guy who has filled in really well for Dalvin Cook in the past. You got best wide receiver in the world. You got the rookie that everybody's talking about also. So you got.
No, they're good or no.
How many? 48 to 45 games that we're gonna have.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so yeah, 8, and yeah, I could do under. I can see them 8 and 8. I'm 8 and 9. Sorry. All right, here next up. I feel like this is generous. This team has is it the most difficult schedule this year? Is the Patriots 7.5?
That's like right there in the meaty part. Under.
If their defense is not what it was,
I'm gonna go under
it's
anyway.
a definite under, right?
I'm saying
I
under.
think I'm going under also. All right. This one is a very very interesting one. It is the Saints of New Orleans. Raul says under for the Vikings, under for the Patriots. Um, that's what we got. We're all in agreement. Dolphin. We're all in agreement. All in sync, Raul. All right. The Saints 9.5.
Over. I'm saying over, just slightly, like 10.
I
I
am
think
also.
not gonna be bad.
I'm in agreement there. I think Carr is a little bit more under control. It's a lot of more indoor games. It's not like he comes to a team with shitty receivers. You got Olave out there. Maybe Michael Thomas tries this year. Uh, Kamara comes back week 4 or 5. So we'll see.
Yeah,
All right,
I
so
like
we're
over.
we're all over. Next up, the New York Football Giants. 7.5.
Over.
Over, baby. I almost went over by a lot yesterday, but kind of reeled it in there at the end. uh, all right. Now we switched to that other New York team, and they're at 9.5.
Over.
Yeah, I'm over too. I'm also over the next team, like over them.
I'm,
Eagles.
I'm already over the Jets too, so we'll see.
Eagles 11.5.
11.
I think 11.5.
Fuck,
I think
I gotta go
I think
over.
it's over.
I gotta go over.
13ish. Over for the Jets. Over for the Giants, says Raul. Next up, a team that a lot of people are liking, the Steelers.
I like the Steelers too.
And you know where they're going to put that over under, right? Eight and a
Placebo.
half, because
Of course, right in the middle, right?
Tomlin is not. He doesn't know what it's like to be under 500. So
I'm going over,
got to go over, just for that reason.
and I can explain it better when we do my picks. You'll see.
Yes. All right. Next up, we had West Coast to the 49ers. Over for Pittsburgh, says Raul. And for Philly, the 49ers are sitting out there. They are our highest over under left. They're at 10.5. I know. Ant is saying way over.
No, I'm gonna say over.
Yeah, I'm with you.
If they just knock down that quarterback position, they'd be 15 to 2.
Yeah, that'd be scary. They have the highest paid at like 7 positions. Because they don't need to pay their quarterback, obviously.
Exactly. That's why.
Seahawks are up next. They're at 8.5. The Geno-led Seahawks. Yes. I'm not going over on Geno. Yeah.
It's reality check for that fucking guy. Under time.
Next up, we head to Florida. Other team, the third team that's down here, the Bucks. They have a quarterback who others on this network like to tout. That man is projected for 2,800 total passing yards this year.
Dude, he's
and
30 years old already.
I know.
What the fuck happened? What just happened? How is Baker Mayfield 30? He's getting worse and worse.
So bad. It's so bad, man. And like he's projected it for like I think 14.5 touchdowns.
But like, seriously, if you would have said, listen, Tim, for $1,000, how old's Baker Mayfield? I would have said 27, 26. No, God, fucking guy's 30 years old already, and that's not a good 30. That's not a Tom Brady 30.
Mm-mm. Oh no. And he's become a journeyman these days, bouncing all over. I'm gonna go under. I could really see a giant cluster.
Okay.
Mike Evans wants out. Godwin's like, damn, I can't even get a guy to throw me the ball. It's gonna be such a drop off from Tom Brady to Baker Mayfield. That's the biggest drop off in history of quarterback, right?
Mike Evans, future Giant.
Yes. So speak it out there, Tim. Toss it out there.
I'll make that deal on Madden because sometimes when I do stuff on
I'll
Madden,
do it.
it comes true. So I'll do it.
Hell yeah.
Baseball, it comes true a lot. I'm actually shocked at myself.
Hey.
It's true.
Did you, speaking of baseball and speaking of that trade that you made in LB show, did you hear what Rendon said?
No.
So he's just hurt. There's like no explanation why he hasn't been playing, this and that. And the reporters keep on asking him, and he keeps on blowing them off. And the other day, the reporter said, "Hey, you have an update on your status?" He goes, "No speaking English," and walks off. What? What are we doing?
I don't know.
What are we doing? It's
I don't know.
My God, you're getting paid at least face the music and speak to that's another cluster over there, the Angels. Bucks is I know I said under, but I don't think I said the number. It's 6.5.
6.5.
I could just see things just coming down. I mean, they took out seats from the stadium because Brady's gone.
Who's their head coach?
Your boy, your favorite.
One of the single worst head coaches in the history of the game.
So bad.
He might be a great coordinator, but head coach, he is the worst.
We know we've seen coordinators that don't make good head coaches, and even vice versa. So we're going under there. Titans is 7.5.
7.5. I like that 7.5, but I'm gonna go over because I want to give him 8.
Yeah, they still got the tools. If Hopkins has a nice bounce back year,
unless Will Levis is that's 16, 17-0, and
that's it.
The rest of the league's in trouble.
That is it. All right, and last and certainly least, the Commanders at 6.5.
You know what? I'm gonna go over for them. But again, like 7, like not like much over.
I'm going on
because their defense is still really, really good.
Yep. All right, so I'll get I'm going to see if I can get it from the guys, the other two that are supposed to be there or not. All right, let's get in. So we're going to move it on here a little bit, and we're going to talk about our season predictions. Timmy. And since we are moving on to the next segment here, we need a little bit more music.
I love it. Love it.
All right, let's get into it here. I'll shout out what the other fellas picked here as we go through, but just some of the comeback player of the year. I wanted to mention we have 2 Russell Wilsons. 2 Russell Wilsons. 2 of them. We'll reveal that in just a bit.
Is it more than just the 4 of us that made these picks? Did the whole crew send them in?
Yeah. So I actually have from Matt, Ed, Eric, Keith, new guy Bruce. Little shout out to Bruce. Out of Bounds is going to be a new show on the network. They're going to talk basketball, football, boxing, and MMA. A few things that we've been missing. A little something missing. Awesome. More frogs and bears and chickens and things.
So we're doing the awards first, or the division?
No, I just wanted to say that before I forgot. Before I forget. All right, so we'll go start with the AFC East, and I'll run through theirs, and then we'll do ours. So AFC is no surprise with Dave, whether it's because of Aaron Rodgers or not. He's got the Jets. Ant's got the Bills. Who you got?
Jets.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna whisper that. Raul said over for Washington, just barely. Jets. All right, so we're gonna split this 2-2. I'm gonna go with Buffalo. I'm glad I
And
don't see
again,
any
it's going to
Dolphins
be a
here.
barely thing.
Yes,
A scotch, just by a scotch.
Scotch, just a Scotch. AFC North. Ravens for the Dave. Bengals for Anthony. What you got?
The Bengals.
I got the Bengals too.
That's good. They picked the Ravens. I know we're in good shape now.
Just, yeah. Yes. All right. Next up, AFC South. We have a clean sweep. We got Jags across the board. And
Again,
actually,
I think they run away with it. Like that's not even going to be like a laughing stock of a division.
well, okay. So, and then the other guys, you got a couple of back to the AFC. Sorry, a couple of Jets, a couple of Bills, and a Dolphins. You guys can go see that. They'll be posted probably by tomorrow afternoon. Um, and then the AFC North, there are 3 Bengals and 2 Ravens. And then clean sweep across the board for the Jags, us and the other folks.
Wow.
And then let's not there's nothing to hide here. Chiefs, clean
Another clean
sweep
sweep,
there
right?
across the board. All right, so these are Anthony's AFC wildcard teams. He's got the Ravens, the Steelers, and the Dolphins. Dave has the Bengals, the Broncos, and the Bills. So maybe that gives away that gives away one of the Russell Wilsons. uh, I'll go mine, and then you could nail yours. I'm going with the Jets as one wild card, the Ravens as another wild card, and I mean I'm one of two to include the Chargers. Have a little bit of belief and just want to get stabbed one more time. Go to the playoffs. Me and Keith at the Chargers. Who you got, Timmy?
I got the Ravens, the Bills, and what may be this year's Lions team, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Uh,
Yep. I think
do
I like
you?
that Kenny Pickett. Look, I like Mike Tomlin.
Oh yeah, I mean the guy's a winner.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think they're going to be like they're going to surprise a lot of people.
I think. Do you think it'll be um, based on his performance last year and at the tail end of the year before? Najee Harris. Think he's on thin ice with the rookie that they have.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? That could either motivate him or it could, like he could be an
He's
asshole.
like
But either way, they have the rookie.
exactly. He's
Either
like
way, they're good at
3.4
running.
yards per carry. It's
Yeah,
like less than Zeke.
either way they're good at running back. So either way
Yes,
they're going to be. And I think Anthony said he did not like Kenny Pickett. I think Kenny Pickett's going to be okay.
I think
I'm
so
not saying
too.
he's going to be a superstar, but I think he's going to be a good enough quarterback to lead the Steelers. Steelers have had shit quarterbacks since Terry Brown. I don't care about Roethlisberger or fucking Slash or other idiots they've had.
So maybe now they got it, but
Maybe.
maybe. All right, so that's the AFC playoff picture. Now we'll move into the NFC. NFC East. I just throw it out. It's
Sweet.
clean sweep for the Eagles, and just one guy, Matt, from the Black Lincoln Collective podcast. He goes with the Cowboys.
Damn it, Matt.
We were just getting like you, buddy. All right, NFC North. Now this is a mixed bag all over. This is like everything all over. All right, so Anthony's got the Packers. Dave has the Vikings. I am also going to go with the Vikings. I hate to agree with Dave on anything. So, but we've talked about this. You're going to go with the Lions. Not a bad pick. I'm just not there
Lions,
yet.
they take
But I'm gonna
another
prove them wrong.
step towards respectability and a playoff run.
I mean, we talked about fans being in a little bit of pain. Detroit.
Can we curse
What
at
game?
Melo for a second? He's shooting us
Yeah.
messages on our chat, knowing that we are on doing the freaking show, and he's asking us fantasy questions.
And you have number one pick. Who are you taking? Hurts. Wait,
Dude,
this is like live going on in our chat
yeah,
right now.
it's like
So it's a
we're
4 point.
doing the show.
Good point. Listen, and I'll say this here: 4 point passing touchdown or 6. If it's a 2 quarterback league, look, I would have sent a picture. It's all happening live, everybody. Boom. Um, Jeremiah, if Fields can throw, don't sleep on the Bears. So that's we were actually talking about that before. I saw some people having Fields as their MVP. Um, and obviously he didn't get to throw enough last year. He only threw like 330 times, like we've said. But if he can throw, especially in fantasy, he's a beast because he can run also. And guys like him and Daniel Jones. I'm not saying Jones is up there, but Jones is not a bad option if you hold off on quarterbacks for a while. All right, so that's that. Here's the mixed bag on with the rest of the guys. On the other side with everybody else, you got one Vikings. That's Ed. You got one Bears. You do have one Bears, and that's Matt. And then you got Eric, Keith, and Bruce picking the Lions.
Matt admittedly says he knows nothing about football, so that's
No.
why he picked the Bears. That's why he picked the Bears.
Just wait. Just wait to see the absurdly rated Super Bowl that he chose that where nobody's watching.
Did Rodriguez do these picks?
He hasn't sent them in yet. He's been behind.
Rodriguez is picking the Mets to win the Super Bowl. Just want you to know that.
That's what Terzio's picking. That's what I heard.
No, he's got the Jets. Rodriguez got the Mets.
All right. NFC West, clean sweep, which was surprising for me for Anthony, but I guess you got to admit to it. And then on the other side, 4 out of 5 go with the 49ers. Eric goes with the Seahawks. Did they decide on who he should take?
I'm not even talking.
Hold your questions.
I will hold your questions because we're live.
We'll do it live. All right. Now the wild card teams. Anthony's got Seahawks, Giants, and Lions. Dave has Seahawks, Cowboys, and Packers. He's got the Giants missing the playoffs.
Of course,
spoke about yesterday. This guy. All right, my 3 are exactly the same as yours. I just have them in a different order. Giants, Cowboys, Packers. And you have Cowboys, Giants, Packers. We are in agreement.
3 AFC and NFC teams make the playoffs again.
Yep. For sure. We're the best. Let's look on the other side. Some teams from the other side. I'm looking to see if there's any teams that were not chosen. Nope. No. So we all have the same kind of version of this for the NFC. All right. AFC champions. Ant has the Bengals. Dave has the Jets. We knew this. We knew this was coming. What say you, Timmy T?
What say I? What say I? I can only play this before I give my answer.
Yes.
I have the Cincinnati Bengals representing the AFC after knocking the Chiefs off. Yes.
Knocking the that's big. It's big. It's huge. Huge. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
No
Just
stopping
because
those Chiefs.
I mean, like if he loses Kelsey for a little bit and then he still does his thing, it's like what do you do now?
Yeah,
I guess even he could have taken the Giants to the Super Bowl.
You know what amazes me about the Chiefs is their defense is not really great. They know how to hang in there. and then give Mahomes a time. Like I was just watching the Super Bowl from last year. It's like it's just too many points being scored on these
Yeah.
defenses. But you know, whatever.
And if it's one thing that they learned against the Bucks is that they had to improve the line, and they did. They improved the line enough, and they just continue to go. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Other side of the fence here. Other guys. I got Bruce with the Jets. I got Keith with the Bills. Eric and Ed with the Chiefs, and I got Matt bringing on the Jags as the AFC champions, which is not out of the realm of possibilities, but just Jacksonville's watching that. All right, let's head to the NFC. We have mostly the same kind of teams here. Eagles for Ant. So Dave has the ultimate FU Super Bowl for Ant. He's got the Jets and he's got the 49ers. So that's his
He's
FU.
he's only doing that because that magician picked him on fucking Hard Knocks.
Oh, come on.
He didn't do no homework.
And the
He's like,
score.
oh, 49ers Jets. Let me write that down.
Jeremiah, yeah, Chris Jones is out for sure. But we'll see. We talked about it a little bit earlier. The Bosa thing happened kind of quick throughout the day today. Chris Jones says he's ready to go if something does happen. But if not, well, we might be looking at under potentially on the Chiefs. Don't do that to Mahomes though. You don't bet against him. All right, so Ant's got Bengals and Eagles. You, sir? Yes.
Unfortunately, I have the fucking Eagles again.
Yep. You have the same Super Bowl as Anthony.
It's a nightmare, but I have it.
Bengals and Eagles. I don't want to go through that again. I have the 49ers coming out. So I got Chiefs and 49ers. The battle of the same colored teams. Red in there. Other Super Bowls. Bruce has the Jets and the Eagles. The nightmare that we talked about yesterday.
The old green, boring Super Bowl.
And since we're going back this way, I'll give you the winners that these guys chose. Jets, Eagles for Bruce, with the Eagles winning it. Keith has the Bills and the Cowboys. Keith has the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl. He's got the Bills winning it all. Eric, Chiefs, Eagles winning the Super Bowl.
Of course he does.
Ed has the Chiefs and the 49ers, with the Chiefs winning. Matt has what could possibly be rated the lowest rated Super Bowl of all time. It is the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New Orleans Saints.
Wow.
In the Super Bowl. With the Jags. Man, Trevor Lawrence in the parade. Golden locks flowing. And Kyle just like, damn, I was wrong. I fucked that up. All right, so Anthony, Bengals, Eagles, with the Eagles winning it. Dave has the Jets and the 49ers with the Jets winning the Super Bowl. And then they'll both have two. Yeah, right now you can combine the Jets and you can combine Aaron Rodgers, and they have the same number of rings as Eli Manning. Get out of here. What's Rebel got? Bengals, 49ers. Bengals win the Super Bowl. Third time to try and finally beating the 49ers in the Super Bowl. So you have Bengals and Eagles. Who do you have winning the whole?
I have
the
Philadelphia Eagles losing their second straight Super Bowl to the Bengals.
Losers.
I'm not even going to give a score because it's too early for that.
Yeah, it's too.
But hopefully it's 42-0. I got
nice.
the Bengals.
Yeah, that's what will make for the best Super Bowl parties for us. If it has to be the Eagles, just an ass whooping. Sit back, enjoy everything. Wings, this. Raul, I saw that all your picks are on the Pop Culture Pros group on Facebook. All right, so you got the Eagles losing. I have the Chiefs and the 49ers, and I got the Chiefs coming out on top for another Super Bowl. I know it's a boring pick, but that's what I got. I
Hey,
would like to. I like I like the Bengals. I like Joey Burrow, so that wouldn't disappoint me either. As long as it's not the Eagles winning the Super Bowl or the Cowboys. All right, let's get to our the awards. The awards here. We got we'll talk MVP, offensive defensive player of the years, offensive defensive rookie of the years, comeback player of the year, and coach of the year. I'll kind of go through some of the other guys, but I'll leave most of that to the site for you guys to go read. But I'll tell you that Anthony has for his MVP Jalen Hurts. Dave has you know who, Aaron Rodgers as MVP. Who you got, Timmy?
I have Super Bowl winning Joe Burrow.
Joseph Burrow.
I know he's beat up a little right now, a little hurt right now, but I think this is his year where he megastar. This is it.
He talked about because they asked him if he was ready to go on Sunday. He said, "I'm ready," and then he paused for a second. He's like, "Well, we'll see what happens these next few days. Don't ruin the game plan already. He's gonna be questionable, and then go."
Yeah,
Uh,
questionable. 6 touchdowns later. I'm fine.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm all good. But he spoke about remember, and this is pretty easy to forget, I guess, at this point. But he was like, "Remember last year? I was building up from an injury. Now I don't. I'm good. I'm ready." So he's like, "All right, let's do this." Um, all right. Other guys, Herbert got some love. Josh Allen got some love, and Trevor Lawrence got a little bit of love. Those will be posted again tomorrow. Offensive Player of the Year. Uh, Anthony's got Justin Jefferson, and Dave has like I feel like this is it. As he's just trolling Anthony at this point. Christian McCaffrey as Offensive Player of the Year.
No, it's not a bad pick
Not that
though.
those things couldn't have you right, but it's just back to back. It's Jets and 49ers in the Super Bowl. It's Jets and 49ers getting the awards. All right. Uh, who you got for this guy?
I was very close to going with Jamar Chase and having that Joe Burrow Chase combo winning, but I can't ignore Justin Jefferson, so that's what I'm going with.
I went with what you were close to doing, Jamar
Jamar
Chase.
Chase. There you
Yes.
go.
And I had been thinking Justin Jefferson the whole time, and Burrow pep talk. Yeah, he's ready.
I was
He's gonna be out
I
there.
literally wrote Jay, and I was like Jamar or Justin. I was like, I'll go stick with Justin.
One of the two. All right, and then the other guys, you got a little another one from McCaffrey. You got a Tyreek Hill, Jefferson, Lamar. All right, swinging now to Defensive Player of the Year. What we like to see out there. We're defensive guys out here. Uh, Anthony's got TJ Watt. What?
But
Wait, what? What?
but
A little broken skull.
yeah,
What? um, he's got TJ Watt. Dave's got Micah Parsons. And I'll skip ahead. I'll go first this time. I'm gonna go a little bit different. Not the only guy to go with it on site. I'm gonna go with the guy in the green jersey that's in the other locker room, Sauce Gardner,
the sauce,
the Souse.
the sauce. I unfortunately, I picked an Eagle and a Cowboy for these picks. It really makes me sick to my stomach. But yeah, I'm picking Micah Parsons because that dude gets better every year, and he's just a scary human being on that field. So I'm going to say Micah Parsons.
All right. Yeah. Can't say nothing about that. Everybody on the other side either went TJ Watt or Souse. All right. Offensive rookie of the year. Um, for the most part, we all went with Bijan Robinson. And this guy's being billed as, and we've seen it too, but he's being billed as a beast, every down, can do everything, versatile. So most of us went there. The only two that went different was Eric and Anthony, and they both went with Bryce Young. We'll see.
I don't know. I don't like these crop of quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll
No,
see.
I think I just
I
think
also,
Bijan.
if it's not him, it's going to be. I think it's going to be the Detroit running back.
Yep.
So, but I went with Bijan for men.
And I
Bijan
don't.
for men.
It's fantasy name Bijan Mustard. All that stuff is out there. All right, defensive rookie of the year. I tried my hardest not to pick the Eagle, but I mean, I guess the case could be made on other guys chose pick. It's either Jalen Carter or Will Anderson. Really across the site. Um, but I see it being Jalen Carter.
Me too. I went with Jalen.
Unfortunately,
I was close to Will
it
Robinson
sucked.
also, but Will Robinson is going to be the only guy on that team right now.
Yeah.
He's going to get more publicity, but yeah, Jalen Carter it's not even fair that the fucking Eagles landed him. It's not even fair.
No, it's bullshit.
It
It's
is
complete and total bullshit.
bullshit. But yeah, I'm
Uh,
going with Jalen Carter.
all right. The next one is a little controversial, not because we don't feel that he warrants it, but maybe they should do two. Maybe he should get and I'm talking about Damar Hamlin. Maybe he should get special recognition or this. But if he doesn't, if all he does is step on the field and play on special teams, I don't even know. I'm speaking it, and
I'm
like
just
it's
saying,
like
yeah.
the NFL is going to be in a bad spot for that.
Well, if he sucks, he sucks.
Yeah,
You don't give a guy the award because he stepped back on the
I
field.
agree. All right, so, some of these, there are some Damar Hamlins. I got a Derek Carr out of Bruce. I got Lamar Jackson from Eric. I got Russell Wilson from both Dave and Ed. You went T.J. Watt, and I almost went T.J. Watt. I'm sorry, I spoiled that.
No, it's all right because that's why I didn't pick him as defensive player of the year. I think he was going to win the comeback player of
Yeah,
the year
yeah,
instead.
and
Could
right,
win
and
both. But I'm just saying.
some people went with him with defensive player of the year. So same. Um, and so here's my thing. And Jeremiah says he only made the team because they couldn't cut him, which also could be. Did you lose me?
I lost you there for a second.
Okay, you're back.
You're
Good.
back. Yeah,
All right. Yeah. If anyone gets it from the Bills, I hope it's Von Miller. That
I
that's
forgot about I forgot about Von
me
Miller. I
too.
really did.
Me too.
Huh.
But I don't know. Obviously, Captain Obvious here. Obviously, depends on how he performs. But he's an older guy. I guess I don't know. I guess that doesn't matter.
No, I'm sticking
But
with my pick, but I did forget about Von Miller. But I was sticking with T.J. Watt.
so I have if they're gonna go that route, then it's Damar. Whatever. If that's the route that they're gonna take because of whatever reason. But I also could see it being T.J. Watt. I had on my short list, but I'm gonna go with Lamar Jackson. I'm gonna go with Lamar.
It's another good pick.
I think that team's gonna have a good year. He got paid. Now he better have a good. I mean, he best have a good season, or else, well, some of us will say we told you so. All right, Lamar. There's a lot of Lamar and Damar.
Lamar.
All right, and then coach of the year, I got a Doug Peterson out of Anthony. Now, is this the same type of deal? You couldn't get any, like, there has to be that leap from coach to coach,
What do you mean?
like Doug Peterson taking over there. Just like the job that he's not kicking people.
Yeah.
All right, so he's got Doug Peterson. Of course, no surprise, Dave has Robert Saleh, your favorite head coach of the league. Dude, what was he doing that one episode at Hard Knocks where he's just like, "Oh, this guy is the ambassador," and this guy, and then like everybody's trying to pretend like they're interested in this dude just spewing off nonsense.
He's terrible. He's terrible.
On the other side, I got a Tomlin. I got a Brian Daboll. I got a Nick Sirianno, a Sean Payton, and then let's gather right back in here. Timmy, who you got?
I also have Mike Tomlin. I said I think he's going to take a team that people don't expect much of and turn them into a playoff team. So, like you said, never been under 500, and he probably never will be. So I'm going Mike Tomlin for the win.
When I chose the guy I chose, I didn't realize I was going to contradict myself here. But I'm going to do that anyway. Jeremiah says Dayball. Dayball.
Yeah,
Jeremiah, I said, and you're the Buffalo Bill fan of Buffalo Bill fans. I said Buffalo is ripe for an upset that week when Giants come to town. That's that. No, that's a Monday night game, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it was a Monday night game. I got a text earlier from a friend of mine, the Commanders fan, and he sends me the national TV stuff. He was like, "I am so sick and tired of the Giants being on national TV." I said, "Me too."
So do I.
So are we.
I want them to play at 1 o'clock on Sunday. That's it.
There's a team, I forgot who it was, and they go to London in week 4, so it might be easy to narrow it down. But outside of that, it's all 1 o'clock Sunday games.
That's what I
What is
want.
that? Peace. That,
Giants
I
15-2 if they had 1 o'clock games.
yes. Play the Super Bowl at 1 o'clock too, please.
No fucking prime time
That's the
games.
exception. I'm gonna go with Dan Campbell, and I realize that's a little contradictory of me, but I didn't say the pack. I didn't say that Detroit was gonna go like 5-12. They're gonna hang around there, I think, and they might very well make the playoffs, and they might very well make a run. But they're right on that border for me. Those are our picks, ladies and gentlemen. 2023 picks. Get to your local betting website.
That's
If
right.
it's legal in your state, my God, we're like being held hostage here.
I'll make that if you want.
Like,
You want a piece of that bet?
$10, baby. Let's do it. Let's
You
make
can't
some
go
money.
wrong.
Let's make some.
When you look at those four guys, I'm like, they should all score.
Yeah.
Of course, I said that's what Vegas wants you to think. They're like,
Fucking script, man.
and they start pulling the strings, and then you don't win. But for $10, I'm taking that chance.
All right. So before we get to our world famous week 1 picks here, excuse me. I want to go. I wanted to go through some of the different parlays here. So this is weird. As I'm going, I'm on FanDuel, and because FanDuel is not legal in my state, I don't know my way around the site. However, in going through all the different options, there's only 3 teams that they have highlighted with more options. Like future bets here for the moment, I guess. Jets, Giants, and Eagles. I don't know why that is, but some of the different things that you can bet from a Giants perspective, since I'm looking at this wonderful, beautiful hat that Timmy has on. There are some of these guys that I would be like, all right, let me be a homer and do it. Some of the not crazy ones, Saquon Barkley to score 10 or more rushing touchdowns. Definitely doable. Here's one. The New York Giants to score one or at least one touchdown in every regular season game. What defenses are out there? 49ers, week 2.
Yeah.
Is that week 2? No, week 3. Week 2, we got the Cardinals. You got other. I'm just going to throw some of these out there. Daniel Jones scored 10 or more rushing touchdowns. Is something that you can bet on. Kayvon Thibodeau to have 10 or more sacks. Ooh, New York Giants to beat Philadelphia Eagles on the road and at home. So sweep of that gets you some money. And then if you really want to get frisky, New York Giants to be undefeated against NFC East opponents. It's plus 10,000.
Never.
Ain't gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Since we just did this, here are some of the odds for season awards. Patrick Mahomes is the favorite for MVP, with Allen and Burrow tied for second. Offensive Player of the Year, actually, Jamar Chase is the favorite. right ahead of Justin Jefferson, who's tied with McCaffrey. You got Nick Chubb out there and Lamar Jackson getting to play. Defensive player of the year, it's Micah Parsons, and not particularly close. Garrett, TJ Watt, you got Bosa on there. Coach of the year, it's a big tie. It's Campbell, Sean Payton, Robert Saleh is a distant fifth or sixth there. Bijan Robinson is the favorite for offensive rookie of the year. Willie Anderson is actually the favorite for defensive player of the year, and Damar Hamlin is the overwhelming favorite for a comeback player of the year at -3. It's not even plus. It's a
just
-350.
dumb. If he has a Pro Bowl year, fine, but
Oh
just because he
yeah,
steps
that's
on the
it.
field doesn't mean anything.
Agreed. Other guys who are pretty high up on this list. Cooper Cup. It's not going to be him based on what we're hearing early on. But guys like Brees Hall, Russell Wilson, Tua is on there. Lamar is on there. Odell is on there. Stafford. It ain't going to be Jonathan Taylor because the wonderful owner out there doesn't see fit. Even Calvin Ridley's on here. Can he bet on? No, he can't.
You can't bet. Don't even mention one of these sites in Calvin Ridley. Poor guy gets suspended. The algorithm right now is going off somewhere.
Let me see if there's anything else. Player props, passing props. No. All right, let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for our world famous picks, and we dive right in here with a little bit of music. Get it?
And that's what we'll be hearing Sunday because our first game's on NBC.
That's it, baby. The whole feel, everything's gonna come rushing back. The feel of it, Sunday night, it's gonna be fantastic. All right, let's get into our week 1 picks here.
Wait, by the way, Steve, those
yes,
odds drastically changed on that bet. It is no longer the payday it's going to be. So I'll still throw $10 on it, but it's nowhere near what it was. It's down to it just changed again, right in front of my eyes.
Yeah,
how
people
can it change? It went from $1,500 down to $140. Odds are just going all off the fucking roof.
I'm in for that anyway.
I'll be at
$140.
Why not?
7 hours of NFL football. Now says Raul. Absolutely. All right, let's get into these picks. Well, I'll start with Dave and Anthony's picks, and then we're doing ours live right here. First game of the week, first game of the season, tomorrow night. Did we even do Thursday night theme? That wasn't even worth it. So maybe they changed it. Maybe they
Thursday have a theme.
I can't think of it, so it's not good.
No.
All right. Lions at the Chiefs. Before Kelsey got hurt, the line was 6.5. Now the Chiefs are favored by 4.5, so it's a 2-point swing with Kelsey. Chiefs for both Dave and Anthony. I too will go with the Chiefs. Sir Tim.
Clean sweep for the Chiefs.
All right. Clean. All right, next up was these divisional matchups that got to be played, but no appeal to it. I'm not I want to see Bijan, I guess. But Panthers, Bijan mustard. Panthers at the Falcons. Falcons are a 3.5-point favorite. I got Anthony and Dave both going with the Falcons. Who you got in this one?
Dirty Birds.
They're home. You know the rule.
If you're not sure, go with the home team.
You go with the home team.
Plus, it's week 1, dude. Week 1's a crapshoot anyway.
Yeah, week 1 is a cluster. And every week 1, they say you shouldn't bet too much. But It's week one. All right. Next up, this is the largest spread of the week. It's the Texans at the Ravens. Ravens are a 10-point favorite.
Ravens.
Ravens.
And just for the sake of it, they'll cover.
Yeah. I like that too. All
Zay
right.
Flowers and Odell going crazy. They're going to go destroy that team.
All right. Next up, Bengals and the Browns. Bengals are heading to Cleveland for this one. Bengals are a 2.5-point favorite. I got the Bengals. Dave and Anthony have the Bengals. What say you to me? I'm thinking Bengals, right?
Oh, yeah, clean sweep. My
Clean
Super Bowl
sweep.
team.
See, look at us. See, we're already here. This is easy. Just perfectly fine. All right. Next up, the Jacksonville Jags head to Indy to play the Colts. Jags are a 5-point favorite. I don't think I'm going to pick the Colts in any game this year.
Probably not.
It feels.
But depending on the other team's injury status and stuff like that, I don't see it either.
So that's a double Jags here. This is nice. This is just great, Timmy. Soak it in. Drink it in, baby. We're doing week one picks. All right. Jeremiah said that's my knockout pool team, Ravens. If they lose so many, we'll be out. Oh my God, yes. Yes. If somehow the Texans pull off that up. So the knockout team, so they everybody's picking the Ravens. And so if the Texans pull off the upset, just a ton of people in the pool are going to be getting knocked out. Bye-bye. All right, next up, Baker Mayfield goes on. But wow, wait a second. Dave picked the Vikings. You would think in his debut, Baker Mayfield would be chosen there. But anyway, so we all actually, Anthony picked the Bucks.
That's fucking weird.
I hope I got that right. Anthony picked the Bucks. I guess there is no belief there in Minnesota. Let's see how many points the Bucks can put up. This is what's going to happen. Baker's going to put up a nice game against this crappy garbage defense, and Dave's going to be on next week. He'll be the first one onto the show and be like, "You see what Baker did? That's it."
Oh please! Well, the chat will be blowing up with Baker Mayfield bullshit.
I have to mute him. Titans and the Saints in a week one matchup. Here we got Tannehill and their newly acquired boy Derek Carr almost went to the Jets. It didn't. We love Derek Carr. I'm gonna go with the Saints here.
Saints.
This next line I thought it was gonna be higher, but then I understand why it's not. 49ers. This is a defensive battle here. 49ers are 2.5-point favorites in Pittsburgh against the Steelers. Ant got the Steelers, and Dave has the 49ers.
I like the 49ers in a close game.
That might be a nice defensive battle, or
again, if the 49ers had a quarterback, it might be a whole different story. But
oh yeah. All right, so three of us are gonna go with the 49ers there. Oh, well, the Steelers, yeah. He's not, I don't know. Anything close, he's not gonna pick the 49ers. Next up, the Cards at the Commanders. The Commanders are a 7-point favorite. Might be the last time we hear a favorite like that with the Commanders. I'm gonna go with the Commanders.
Who did I pick? Commanders and who? Who is this again?
This is the Cardinals.
Oh yeah. Commanders, much better defense.
George joined us.
Oh, George, what's up?
We get a little Jet propaganda coming in here. As if we don't have enough of that when Dave's on. When was the last time you think that the Bears were favored against the Packers? The Bears are a
86.
The Bears are a 1-point favorite against the Packers in Chicago, man. Chi-town. I'm going with the Packers.
Me too.
Double Packers. Dave is going with the Bears. Anthony's going with the Packers. All right, next up, a little AFC West action. Raiders at the Broncos. Should be a tremendous game. Broncos are a 3.5-point favorite here. Broncos have been picked by both Dave and Anthony here. Who you got here? It's in Denver.
I'm going Broncos because it's in Denver. If this was in Vegas, I would have gone with Vegas.
I'm going with the Broncos as well.
Hey, George, we all got. I picked them to win the division, George. I did. We'll see.
George, I said the same thing about the Mets this year. Actually have some hope. All right. All right. Good matchup here. Dolphins at the Chargers. That's one of the. You think that's one of the better matchups so far? At least on paper. Dolphins, Chargers. Chargers are a 3-point favorite. They don't ever get any fans there. I don't know if there's going to be Dolphin fans there. I don't. Is anybody going to show up to this game?
Do they travel?
Dolphin
fans travel?
Fans. The Dolphin fans are lazy. They're lazy Floridians. They don't. I'm gonna go with the Chargers on this one. Dave goes with the Chargers, and Anthony goes with the Dolphins.
Chargers for me.
Well, Chargers, double Chargers action. All right. Next up, I think we're gonna go with a clean sweep here. Eagles are just a 4-point. It's on the road, and I guess the Patriots defense is not. Is good, but to be a 4-point favorite, I think that's.
I thought 7.5 at least.
I think the Eagles could whoop them up there. So I'm going with the Eagles. They're definitely going to cover too. 4 points.
Schmeagles.
If the Eagles can't beat the Patriots by more than 4 points, we might have a shot here, Timmy. Something changed
Look,
here.
Week one.
All right. Nice. Incognito. All right. Next up, Rams at the Seahawks. We already know Cooper Kupp is out. I probably would have went in the Seahawks here anyway, in spite of Geno Smith. It's a 5. Seahawks are a 5-point favorite. Seahawks. Dave and Anthony both picked them.
Yeah, I don't get to play the Ram Llama Ding Dong song this week. I am going Seahawks.
I think that song might be on pause for a bit.
Yeah.
What am I doing? I wrote Anthony in both of them. Anthony's going to beat the Rams. What I got here?
Listen, if it's Anthony versus the Rams, I'll take the Rams.
Catching up in the chat. Yeah, George going with the Raiders. So is Raul going with the Raiders against the Broncos. Chargers for George, Chargers for Raul, Philly for both of these guys, and Seattle for both.
I'm only going Broncos. It's Sean Payton's first game back, home game. That's the only reason I'm going with the Broncos.
Who's the Raiders' number 1 wide receiver now? I'm sorry, number 2 wide receiver, because they had Renfro. Waller was a main cog there. We know the other guy got arrested.
Yeah, he's in prison.
3 years in jail.
He's in prison.
So
I don't know. Right. I could have named one of them.
Let me look this up real quick. Raiders wide receiver depth chart. Here we go. Devontae. Oh, who could forget? Obviously, number 1 type wide receiver, Jacoby Myers.
That's right. The law firm.
Stop kissing babies, Russell.
Russell sucks. I nenever liked that guy.
Keep Russell away from everybody. Go do lunges on the flights.
Blew his knee out on the entourage set. Fuck him.
And didn't he break? He broke his leg on that too.
Yeah, yeah.
He broke his leg. It's crazy. All right. Sunday night game is the Cowboys at the Giants. Cowboys are a 3.5 point favorite. Anthony's going with the Giants. Dave goes with the Cowboys. What say you, Timmy?
Again, I just gonna sound like I'm being a homer, and I know they can't beat the Cowboys. It's a primetime game, which we suck at, but I think Dable has them ready for this game. I like our shiny new toys, and I think we finally beat the Cowboys on a prime time game. Giants, baby.
Giants, baby. And as discussed on yesterday's show, Giants win 24-19, says Raul. George says Dallas. Sorry, guys. Um, Based on what we discussed yesterday, I'm going reverse jinx here. I'm going with the Cowboys. And I did it especially because I need the reverse jinx because we talked about it yesterday. If Jones comes out and doesn't have a good game, Dave's gonna be all over us. If Baker wins, pulls that shit out of his ass in Minnesota, and Jones has a bad game, we will not hear the end of it for a while. Um, all right, and then last but not least, very good game on paper. On Monday night, they did away with the doubleheader this year, huh? They've been
Yeah,
doing Monday night
so far.
doubleheaders.
But
Yeah.
usually don't
All
pop
right.
until later in the season, right? I don't think
Yeah.
just first game.
Opening, I think it's usually like a 7 o'clock and then like a 10 o'clock
Yeah,
on
do the
opening,
West
but they didn't
Coast.
do that. Jeremiah said, I don't like this game. Jets home opener, Monday night, Rogers' first game, 9-11. Emotionally pumped crowd. All the things that you can't necessarily measure are leaning heavily in the Jets' favor. Bills are a 2.5 point favorite here. Bills were picked by Anthony. Dave picks the Jets. I don't see Dave picking against the Jets this year for some reason, unless Zach Wilson finds his way back in the starting lineup. Timmy, who you got?
I am going with the Jets. Like you said, home opener, Aaron Rodgers, 9-11. This is all just pointing to a Jets win.
Yeah. The spread is real close. It's just 2.5.
Oh, this is going to come down
Uh,
to the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter
yeah.
game, without a doubt. Plus,
Raul says 28-20 Buffalo.
they play each other very hard, very no matter how bad the team is at some years. They're going
Yes.
to play each other hard.
That's usually the case with the rivalries, like Dolphins and the Patriots, Dolphins and the Jets. Doesn't matter if one, blah, blah, blah. Jeremiah says, if Hamlin gets the first pick, I am shutting it off.
Then it's a setup. And it's fixed.
Scripted.
Fixed.
Tom Brady says, absolutely not.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was hilarious. That was pretty good. Along with the interviews for the third man in the Manning cast.
Yeah, whether you like the Mannings or not, they have it's like 7 minutes long too. They held
Mhm.
auditions for the third member of the Manning cast.
So
It's fucking
good, man.
hilarious. A lot of NFL players in it.
When Cousins comes in and says, "You like that?"
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
like, "You like that?" Yeah. I just said I liked it. Yeah.
Well, I like all the little things like Sean McVay playing with a finger trap. Like why? And then one of them is reading Eli swimsuit edition. Eli Manning. I was like, what the fuck is going on in this commercial? But it was so
They're
great.
so good. Do they start this week? I know they
Yeah.
pick and choose. I gotta assume they're gonna do this one.
Yeah, they're this week, and then I think week 4 is their next one. They're
I
doing the
haven't.
Giants. They're doing a Giants one. Giants Seahawks are doing after this week.
Why do they do that to Eli?
Ah.
Gotta say nice things about Gino.
Let's scratch. No, I don't think he will. Because he gets invested when he watches the Giants. He don't play around. He just sits there and watches the game and analyzes and says, "I would have did this, and this, and this."
Look at. We wait all this time, and just like that, we're done with our week 1 picks. It's crazy. It's nuts. And then you sneeze, and it's Thanksgiving. You sneeze again, and it's New Year's, and then we'll playoff time, and then damn, we gotta wait how much longer? See the other commercial of Marino Rice coming back to the league. I did. I saw that too. Who was it? What quarterback the other day said Marino's the greatest of all time? Was it Montana that said that? Somebody said that recently.
the greatest of all time said Marino was the greatest of all time.
Yes. Hold on. I think I can grab that. Maybe unless somebody sees George. Don't say things like that because again, we said that for baseball season this year.
Yeah, let's all
Uh,
be quiet. Let's just all enjoy ourselves week by week, 1 week at a time, like recovering addicts, 1 week at a time.
yeah. Yes. Marino would have rings if it wasn't for the Bills. Uh, yes, Montana. So George confirmed. I just pulled it up too. So in Montana's view, Marino deserves a nod because he put up modern-looking passing numbers in an era when the sport hadn't evolved to make passing as easy as it is now. In Marino's greatest season, 1984, passed for 5,084 yards and 48 touchdowns. And Brady broke the record with this rule and that rule and don't touch me and don't look over here. uh, so I
See
see.
that is why you can never determine, and I hate the fucking word, the goat of a sport.
Mhm.
You can't. You
Too many
can't do it.
errors.
It is. It's too many errors, too many mistakes, too many different things going on. That's why the LeBron Jordan thing, it can't be settled. It'll never be
It
settled.
will never be settled.
Brady Montana will never be settled. I mean, I have my pick. I know who I think,
Oh, of course, yeah.
but it
But it
doesn't mean it's real. It just means that's who I think.
the argument can be swayed to any side by looking at this set of numbers or that set of numbers,
Yeah.
and that's all there is to it. Uh, I just hate Michael Jordan because I feel like he stole from me. I feel like he ripped championships out of my hands in the 90s. Maybe I would be such a miserable Knick fan if we would have just won one of those in the 90s. And then OJ screwed us in that in the one that we made it to the
Fucking OJ.
fucking Rockets. All right. Look, I think that does it for us. Unless we, is there any other? Did you want? Did you? We joked about this before. Did you want to do a little congratulatory ceremony for Mike Stanton hitting his 400th home run?
He can suck a fart for all I care.
Go for it.
Fuck that guy. Blowing outside, bitch. That's it. How many dude? How many strikeouts does he have? Let's talk about something more important.
What was it's something else that just came to mind. Two future Hall of Famers that the Mets traded this year were going against each other tonight, and I just wanted to see what the score was. Astros Rangers. Astros are up 8-3, and Scherzer gave up a grand slam. Gave up a lot of runs. I didn't like the way he left. Max
You guys,
Scherzer.
you guys made the right move.
Yeah, Verlander. He said all the right things. That's all I need. Just why, like, sorry to go here, but why does Scherzer have to, on his way out, say, "Well, I met with this team and they don't want to win. They everything's on pause till 2026." Who cares if it's right or wrong? But you just told all these free agents that the front office is shifted a little bit and won't be looking to spend, which we've heard otherwise since. But there's no need. Just say, there's a difference in what I wanted versus what the Mets wanted this year, and here I am.
Yep, exactly.
Also, George, he didn't do anything. Say what you want about the guys from last year, but Jacob deGrom was the only one that got the Mets a playoff victory last year. That's it. Mad Max did not. All right, so let's wrap this bad boy up. I can't believe we're through our first episode. Can't believe we got ditched by the other two, but the show always goes on with the A team here, baby. Timmy, what you got on the way out?
Hey, we're gonna start having auditions for a third member. If they keep
Yes.
dissing us for headaches and allergies and
Bring a banjo.
children and all these
I
other
had a
things they have.
broken bed and I fixed it. I came down here and I'm here on time.
Whatever.
Now I don't know if it's going to stay fixed, but we'll see.
We'll start auditioning. We'll see what happens. We'll do that. We'll do it Manning style. See what we
George, you
get.
can audition. Whatever talent it is, think of it as America's Got Talent. You just got to cater to us.
Go on YouTube and search Manning Cast auditions. It's the 7-minute version. It's fucking hilarious.
Jeremiah, absolutely.
Everyone's in it. Everyone's in it.
Everybody gets a shot. All right.
Hey, Jared, I'll go live from Buffalo on this show for a certain game.
Yes, sir. Just
I want
take
to
the
say
day off the next day.
I want to sit in the suite though, Jared. The suite.
Make it happen. Pop Culture Pros exclusive.
No, I don't think I can. I don't think I can because I said the days. I'm going to Disney and the days off, and I got a wedding next month. It's all
Oh,
crazy.
that's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff. That gives me a headache.
I got a Sunday wedding. A Sunday wedding.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Obviously, they don't watch football. They do not watch football.
That's not. I mean, I said, well, I don't know what time the ceremony's at, but I'll be, I'll have my phone down here. God bless the couple holding the phone. God bless phone.
I salute.
Yeah.
All right. That's what week is that? What game are we talking about here for the Giants? Hey, Jeremiah, who has a Sunday wedding in the season?
I'm not going to say on the air.
We'll find out. There'll be Facebook photos somewhere. We'll find out.
I want to say the 8th or the
That's
5th.
the Dolphins. October?
Yeah.
That's the Dolphins game.
I want to say it's the 8th or the 15th. I don't know which one.
Okay. Well,
I'm the invitation like right here. Hang on.
I'm gonna give it a shot for the Dolphins game. My luck, it's gonna be 95 degrees that day.
Oh no, it's the 1st of October.
Oh, who do they play right before then?
That shit's creeping up quick. Wow, so I got Disney and the Nat back to back. Damn.
Jeez. October. Oh, no, it's you don't miss the game though. It's a Monday night game for the Giants.
Woo!
Look at that, lucked out there. It's against the Seahawks that week 4.
Ugh. Seahawks.
Let me bring up email here because I just want to shout out some of the contests that we're gonna have coming up from a movie perspective here. Anytime this wants to load, we're live, guys. Come on, load, do it. Okay. So we have coming up over the next, depending on maybe a week or two later, buddy. The Exorcist Believer. That's going to be one that we are going to have as far as the contest is concerned. Let's see what else we got here.
I'm looking forward to that.
We did a bunch of A Million Miles Away. I don't know that we've got any more coming out with Michael Pena. That's a Prime deal anyway. That hits Prime on September 15th. I got actually just did a giveaway to something in Phoenix. They're doing, well, it's not just in Phoenix, but they're doing Star Trek Day on Friday, and they're doing in I guess different theaters around the country, free concessions. They're going to show some episodes of Star Trek Lower Decks.
Nice.
And I guess it's going to be like a big Trekkie type deal. A Haunting in Venice.
Trekkie. They get offended by Trekkie.
Sorry. Steve gets canceled.
Gets canceled by Trekkers.
By the Trekkers. Sorry. Thank you for pointing that out.
Jared, I think you should get all fully geared up and come on this show.
Yes, and Josh. Yes.
Do it. We'll make you a Pop Culture Pros press pass. You get up there with
hell
and all your gear. He'll come over because you'll be wearing your gear.
Paper. Let's see if they'll let you through. Raul says Trekkers. Okay. All right. Don't
because a few years ago they got offended by Trekkie. Which is like, really? People got to stop getting offended at the dumbest things.
God. Or at anything. All right, so I think that's it. I mean, it's starting to, it's that slow down period, and we're going to start ramping up to the Halloween stuff that's going to be coming out, and then right before you know, we're going to get some Christmas movies out here, Timmy. I saw, is Eddie Murphy going to be in one? Who did I see is going to be in a?
I heard there's a Grinch 2 coming out. How did this sneak under my radar?
Wait a second, we got to look this up.
unless it is fake, and all the stories out there are completely fake. But I read there's a Jim Carrey Grinch movie coming out in November.
The website information.
Unless it's fake, I mean, it could be fake. But I heard a lot of sites, a lot of different
There's a
sites.
there's a there's quite a few things on here.
How did that sneak under my radar though? Because he's like, "Oh, I'm retiring. I'm never doing another movie again."
And didn't he say he didn't like doing the Grinch?
Yeah, because
The makeup.
the costume
I
was like
remember watching
torture.
that doc. Yeah,
They said it was
I remember
torture.
watching that. Well, I'm all for it.
Oh, I'm all for it too. If that's
If
real.
that's it, I'm all for it. I I I got so it takes me back every time I think about the that Grinch movie. There was a guy that I worked with, and he was no offense to anybody out there. He was very devout Christian, born again. Told me stories of him being so drunk and driving, like he would pull off his blinkers. He snapped off his whatever, and I'm talking about the Grinch in the holiday time, and he's like, "The movie's no good." So what do you mean? He was like, "They cater to the kids, and look what they do, and what they do." And he was like, one of the things he was like, they turned the dog behind, backwards, and made the guy kiss the dog's butt. I was like, okay, that's funny. And he was like, everything about it is anti this and anti that. I was like, look, dude, it it's a kids movie. And he was like, but that's the point. It's a kids movie, and that's the type of thing that they're showing. Um,
Give it up.
Live Nightmare Before Christmas with Johnny Depp.
Do you know how depressing next year is going to be with this strike?
Oh yeah, because now
Nothing's getting made.
it's a week into it already, because it wasn't like
The
August
deadline
31st.
the
Like,
deadline was the deadline for to start getting shit done for all the TV seasons, and so that right now we're already losing 2 weeks of TV.
yeah, the Stranger Things kids are going to be 40
Yeah, exactly.
between the pandemic and super advanced in age.
Hey guys, let's go get that creature.
Yeah.
Sorry, you lost it. You lost me.
Or the upside down, Sonny.
Yeah.
All right. So I think that does it for us this week. Very good preview
I'm sorry,
show.
guys, but look at Deadpool. Deadpool stopped production.
Yep.
When the hell is that going to come out now?
It's going to get
dying.
bad.
I'm dying to wait for that movie. Now we have to wait a whole another year. So yeah, it's depressing, this strike.
We can cross the picket line, Timmy.
They're out in front of my job every day.
I bet.
Yeah, you're right. That's why Cena came back, because he can't find acting jobs.
That's true.
That's why I'm surprised a certain bald guy hasn't resurfaced in WWE yet. A certain Rock. I'm surprised he hasn't popped up yet.
Well, he's caught up in his own.
There's no Fast 15 coming out anytime soon, so not while they're striking.
But I did see what I can't think of his real name right now. Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad, the kid, you know who I'm talking about. But he was Aaron
something or another. Yeah, I know who you're talking
about. Aaron Paul. So he was on one of the picket lines, and I was stunned by this. All the actors are saying, we're doing this for the writers and all stuff, understandable. But I was pretty stunned. He said he has not seen one penny from Netflix from Breaking Bad. I was like, not that I'm like, oh, poor guy, your poverty, but still, that's, he was obviously a massive part of that. Netflix has it, and it's been on Netflix for a while, and he's not seen a dime.
But does he get money from A&E?
AMC, maybe.
AMC, that's what I meant.
But shouldn't they? And again, I'm not calling the poverty stricken, but shouldn't even if he does get stuff from AMC from where it shows on there, since they sold rights or rented out the rights for X amount of time, because never know what Netflix come and go. But if they did them some stuff from Netflix, unless AMC is taking whatever from Netflix, and
depends on I guess it depends on the deal they signed.
Yeah.
And that's
I
the
just
hard part too. If they signed a deal 20 years ago that had nothing before streaming,
Yep.
and then renegotiate streaming, I'll take the streaming services side, saying that's not the deal you signed.
Yeah.
AMC owes you money, not us.
Yeah.
So, but
I,
if it's
I,
the other way
I agree with
around,
you. I agree with you. I just think yeah, the deal's the deal, obviously, but maybe that's now going to be it's like the collective bargaining agreement in sports. You
yeah,
know, you, but except for in the NFL, you can change rules for a certain Tom Brady.
and you can
Uh,
murder somebody and
you can murder somebody.
play the next
Hey,
day.
baseball's trying to catch up now. What's his name? Suspended for domestic violence again. Who was it? He just got put on the restricted list.
I don't remember now either. I haven't been paying attention to baseball. Got to be honest. I know Wander Franco's a kid toucher, and I know,
14 years old, man.
and apparently he's been seeing her a while. That's a little.
And now there's other videos and stuff, more proof of more. So he
Oh, he's done.
might be
No,
gone.
no team will touch. No team will touch him. He'll be playing in the Mexican League with Jake Taylor.
Oh, Julio Urias from the
Yeah,
Dodgers. This happened before with him. People don't learn your damn lesson. This guy could be in for a massive payday with his record the last few years, and now arrested on felony domestic violence charges. He's on the restricted list.
felony domestic too.
Stupid. All right. On that note, we'll get the hell up on out of here. We appreciate everybody joining in. All the comments, appreciate it. I'm sorry about the trucker comment. Uh, outside of that, we'll see you guys next week when we see how great our picks were and how everything followed the script to a T. Peace out, everybody.